Good evening.
All right, thank you. Good evening once again. Welcome to our fourth day of the internship program. Welcome to this Academy Industry Collaborated Certificate course on Data Science and AI, which is jointly organized by the Department of Mathematics, St. Thomas College, Koranjeri, and ipsr Solutions Limited. And the industry internship is offered by ipsr. Thank you all for joining this session. Today we will have a session on data analytics using Power BI. This is going to be delivered by Mr. Faizal B, who's a senior research engineer at ipsr Solutions Limited. He's a certified data science and analytics specialist. He's also an AI researcher with MG University. Mr. Faisal is a seasoned corporate trainer, certified specialist in data science and analytics, and AI ML researcher with over 6 years of industry experience. With deep expertise in Python, ML, AI, NLP, data analytics, and Tableau, Faisal focuses on AI research, including LLM models. Over to you, Faisal.
Thank you, Sijin. Hope my voice is audible to you, right?
Yeah, audible. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, so good evening, everyone. My name is Faisal. So today's session is mainly focusing on data analysis using introduction to data analysis using Power BI. So first of all, I think you are all aware about the concepts of data analysis, why we need data analysis, what is the concept of data, then how data can be analyzed, what are the different tools associated with the data analysis. Hope you are aware about it. Okay, so have you experienced any kinds of data analysis tools previously? Okay, can you reply, anyone? Do you have any access with the data analysis? Have you experienced any kinds of data analysis? No, sir. Okay. So what about others? Within reason. Thank you. What about others? I think you all are from the same class, right? No, no. Okay. So okay, I think the data analysis is mainly focusing on during a project used Python for data analysis. Yeah, okay. So let's start with the primary concept of data analysis. Primarily, we have different kinds of data, and during each seconds in our conversation, or even if we are browsing in a particular website, we are creating more data based on particular scenario. Okay, so some of the data are structured, some of them are not structured. Some data can be processed and we can use it as some kinds of information. Some cannot be processed. So millions of data can be produced in every second. So how can we turn this data into an insightful decision-making tool? How can we use this data wisely, and how can we use this data for a decision-making parameter? So that is the concept, mainly focusing on data analysis. So we know that the latest definition regarding data is that the data is a new oil, because it can change anything, and it can change some decisions, or it can influence the main parameter in a particular scenario. So there are different kinds of operations that can be manipulated by using this data. So data can be produced from any part of the world, or any kinds of situation. Like when we are talking each other, data can be produced, or if we are browsing in a particular website, or if you are filling a form regarding a particular topic. So on that kind of activities, we are creating lots of data. So the analysis is based on how can we use this data for a particular solution, or what are the steps regarding data analytics, and why we need a kind of data. So that is the main concept there. So first of all, I would like to start with uh, what we what is the situation, or which situation we need data. So that is the first question. I would like to start with the class. So if we need data for a particular solution, for a particular problem, we need some kinds of data. So always, if we want to collect some data based on a particular scenario, then there exists a problem. So if there a problem is existing in a world, we need some kinds of data to solve. For example, I have a shop, a textile shop. For the textile shop, uh, I need to increase the revenue. Okay, so I need to increase the revenue, but I found that for the last 6 months, the revenue or profit is very less. So the profit is less. So this is the scenario I'm facing for the last 6 months. So there exists a problem that the profit is very less. So this is the problem. So the first of the data is how can we analyze data, or first the foremost thing is identify the problem. Okay, so there are different problem associated with different scenarios. So identify the problem is the big one. Okay, we have different kinds of problems associated with our daily activities. So if we want for a particular solution, we need to identify the problem clearly. So then only we can identify the data associated with that problem, and we can definitely clear that problem in a create that problem in a perfect way. Okay, so first and foremost thing is identify the problem. Okay, so the I have one problem is that the profit is less, or the sale is very less for the last 6 months. Okay, so this is the problem. So during the types of analytics here, okay, so introduction to data analysis means it is a systematic process. That means collecting some kinds of data, cleaning and transforming this data, exploring some patterns in our data, and applying statistical or computational techniques in that particular data, and extracting meaningful information or insight from the data, support decision making scenario based on the data. So in technical term, data analysis converts raw data or data into an information. Then the information can be changed to actionable knowledge. So that is the technical definition for a particular data analysis scenario. Okay, so there are different types of analysis that can be exist. There are sometimes like descriptive analysis, diagnosis analysis, predictive analysis, then prescriptive analysis. So there are different kinds of analysis are there. I would like to explain these different steps in a particular order. So that's why the descriptive analysis is what happened in our city. So that is the problem. So what happened happened. Okay, so what happened? So this is the question. So I would like to explain, or I would like to elaborate the analysis in a meaningful way. That is the main concept with the descriptive analysis. Okay, so summarize the historical data. So I have the problem that the profit is less for the last 6 months. I have a shop, I have a textile shop, and the profit is declining for the last 6 months. That is the main problem. So in this case, I would like to do a descriptive analysis. Okay, so the first one is analysis. Descriptive descriptive analysis. Okay, if you have a habit of taking notes, you can note it down. Okay, so the descriptive analysis, this is the foundation for any kinds of course like data analysis, data science, or even artificial intelligence or deep learning, whatever the course you have opted as part of your career. So this will be the basic foundation class for the entire courses. So you can note it down, and you can make a thorough platform for what is data and how data can be treated. So it will be beneficial. So try to note it down. Okay. So the descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis is the first phase, and here I would like to analyze the problem in depth. Okay. As part of analyzing the problem, I would like to collect some data. Okay, so I would like to collect the previous data for the last 6 months. I have the profit is declining, so I am collecting the data from 2025 January to 2026 January. So I have collected data from this duration 2025 to 2026. So this is the data I have. Okay, so as part of analyzing the profit declining scenario, what are the field or what are the features I would like to need? Okay, so what are the important features that I need to collect in order to analyze the rate of declining in profit? So there are different features that can be collected. Okay, so the first one is sales. Okay, sales for the last 1 year, and a second one you can opt. Please comment any other feature that can be considered. Please comment. So okay, in order to analyze the profit, so what are the features that can be considered for the past 1 year? Yeah, Vishwanath, can you please explain it? Expenses, yeah, okay. So what are the expenses I have for the last 1 year? Then another one, good, another one. So how much I offer price. Okay, so offer percentage or offer or not. Okay, offer. So next one, any other sales price or quantity? So sales price I already mentioned, and the quantity can be ordered quantity. Okay, then I need two more features I needed. Any other? Any other two more feature? Fixed cost increase. Okay, so I think all these can be considered under expenses, and in order to elaborate these expenses, we can add some advertising cost. Okay, yeah, and location of the store, location. So the most important one is what are the items we have collected as part of the competition in market. Yeah, very good. And then what are the items that we have collected in our shop? Okay, whether it is kids session or boys or girls or whatever the criteria we have maintained as part of the sales decision. Then demand, taste, and preferences. Yeah, good, good. Then I would like to add one other feature is season. Season is important one. Okay, so some dress are particularly reserved for winter, and there are summer seasons are there. So the summer dress, some kinds of dress are used usually for summer season. So season is an important one. Okay, and then so we have collected different features. I think around 10 or more features we have collected. So based on these features, we are collecting data. Okay, so uh, we have collected around uh, one market condition. Yeah, okay, one, two, three, up to 10 features we have collected. Okay, so we are collecting data based on from the 1 January 2025 to 31st January 2026. Okay, so we have a huge amount of data. Okay, so collectively we can call it as a data set. Okay, so we have a data set, and this is the historical data we have. Okay, so in this historical data, the data dimension has around 10 columns, and different number of rows are there. So we have around say n number of rows and 10 number of columns are there. So the dimension of the data set is n into 10. Okay, so we have the data set is there. Then how can we analyze the data set? How can we analyze that descriptive analysis phase in this data set is? So descriptive analysis is a process of summarizing and organizing historical data to understand what happened, what actually happened. Okay, so analyzing this data, we will get the clear picture of how our profit is declining for the last 60 years. Okay, also we will get some information about how the profit is stable or how the profit is in increasing stage before the 6 months. Okay, so there are some kinds of insights can be generated from the historical data, and we will know a clear idea about what happened in for the last 1 year. What are the sales strategies that we have followed uh, as part of our sales decision. Okay, so what happened means it does not predict or explain the causes. It simply present the fact using structured summaries. Okay, so we can summarize the data based on purpose. The main purpose of the descriptive analysis is that summarize a large data set. Okay, so that means identifying the patterns or trend. Okay, how the profit is increasing from January to March. Okay, what happened in March, and from March to July, what happened, and from July to July to November, how was the trend? Okay, so we can identify the trend from January. So we have different values are there. So different months are there. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, now November, December, January. Okay, so we can clearly analyze how the sales was actually for the last 1 year. Okay, so we can analyze that from January, starting from January, which is in high state for the February, low state in for March, and stable state for the May, June, then July. July is in a high peak stage. August also is in the peak stage, but in September, October, November, December, okay, so it's falling down to the so we can analyze the trend. How was the trend for the last 1 year? Identify the pattern and trend. So when analyzing this pattern, okay, whether it is repeating over the past years, or even in 2023 to 24, it is repeating in February to March, or if this height, this peakness in July or August is the usual trend or not. Okay, provide a business performance overview. So based on this, we can generate some reports or dashboard and support initial decision making. So these are the purpose of the descriptive analysis. So descriptive analysis, as part of the descriptive analysis, we can use some descriptive stats like average or mean can be considered. So the first one is mean. What are the different types of descriptive statistics that can be used? So descriptive analysis divided into some other categories. So I will explain it. So the first one is mean, and the second one is median, and the third one is mode. Yeah. Okay. Mean, median, mode. I think you are from the mathematics department, right? You all are from the mathematics department. Yes or no? You all are from the mathematics department. No. Okay. Yes. Yes. Majority. Okay. So I don't want to explain this. Okay. So mean, median, and mode. Okay. So mean means average value. A median means median value, that is data is sorted. Okay. Okay. I will. Yes, yes. Okay, no management. Okay, okay, I noted. So mean means average of the data. If you have a sales price, then the average of the sale price is the mean value. Then median is if you are sorting the price, and then after sorting, middle value will be the median value. Then mode means the most frequently occurring value. That means mode. Okay, so we can consider these cases for because we want this measurement. We want this mean, median, and mode for the later cases for handling null values in our data. So please note it down, the descriptive data, descriptive statistics associated with the descriptive statistics associated with the central tendency. So this can be collectively considered for the center of the data. Center of data for a particular data, whether it is age, salary, or whatever the data or whatever the feature column, it can be considered for the center of the data. That means measure of central tendency. We can use these measures, mean, median, and mode. Okay, so also by considering center, on the other hand, we can also consider the measure of dispersion, how the data is dispersed. Okay, how the data is dispersed in our scenario. For example, we have some data like age, or we have a data called sales. Okay, so we have different columns are there, and these measures the variability in the data. Variability means how far the data is variated from a lower point to the upper point. So in this case, I think we can consider one important point, that range of the data. Range of the data means for 31, 21, 70. What will be the range of the column? Range of the data. This is maximum value minus minimum value. Maximum means 70, minus minimum is 21. So maximum minus minimum value will be the range of the particular data. So for the every numerical column, we can consider range as the first measure of variability in the data. Okay. Also, we can consider. Eh, are you guys are able to follow me, right? Yes. Okay. What about others? Some more reply. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the first one is range, and the second one we can consider the variance. These are very basic foundation for the data analysis purpose. So the second one is variance. That is the measure of spread from the mean. Okay, for example, how far the data is variated from the mean. So we have a mean value is there, and how the data is variated from the mean value. So we can analyze variance for this case. And the next one is standard deviation. Okay, all these have some kinds of equations there. So identify the equations for the variance and standard deviation. So the standard deviation is square root of variance. Square root of variance can be considered for the standard deviation. So if you have a standard deviation, if you get standard deviation value, the high standard deviation value indicate that the data has more variability. Okay, if the standard deviation value is something high, we can indicate that that particular column has the variability is high. Okay, if the standard deviation value is low, we can indicate that the measure of our variability is less. Okay, so that is the concept with the measure of dispersion. So I have explained about measure of what central tendency, and measure of dispersion, and then distribution shape. There are different distribution shapes are there. Like let me clear it. Okay, distribution shapes are there. Distribution shape means some kinds of data like skewness and kurtosis. Okay, have you heard about these terms? Skewness and kurtosis. I'm not sure about whether it is pronunciation is right or not. Okay, so skewness is majority of data is located on which area. Maybe there are some data like salary or age. Most of the salaries are in the beginning stage like this, and some salaries are there in the right age. Okay. So there more data is concentrated on this area. So it will be left skewed or right skewed. It will be left skewed or right skewed. Can you please comment? This can be considered as skewness, positive skewness. Okay, so some other data representations may be like this. Okay, more data will be on the beginning stage, and at the end there will be a hike like this. Okay, so some data will be in the right side. So it can be considered as negative skewness. Negative skewness. Okay. So if you have some data like this, okay. So I'm plotting a data like this. Okay. So this can be indicated as no skewness. No skewness. Okay. So in this no skewness, data is perfectly distributed or normally distributed, and a perfect bell curve is available here. Okay. So this can be considered as a bell uh, in a reverse order, like we have know that a bell is like something like this. Yes, a bell is something like this. So it is in the flip side. Okay, if you are flipping this bell in the downside in the upper part, then it will be like this. Okay, so this can be considered as a perfect bell shape, and in this distribution, the important thing is that mean is equal to median is equal to mode. Okay. In this particular scenario, mean value will be equal to median will be equal to mode. Okay. So no skewness, which is perfectly distributed. Okay. Some other cases, there are some distributions which are either negatively skewness or positively skewed. Okay. Why this happen is some data may be located in the initial stage, or some data will be located in the final stage. So that's why the skewness will appear. So the skewness can be categorized based on the data availability. Okay. So I'm just clearing this. So in the positive skewness scenario, so this will be the positive skewness scenario. So the more data point will be in the beginning stage, and less data in the ending stage. So in this case, the order of mean, median, and mode will be on like this. So this will be the first we can find the mode. Okay, mode, and the second point will be median, and the third point will be mean. Okay, this is the order for mean, median, and mode. Mean, median, and mode. When it comes to the negative skewness, data will be changed. In the negative skewness, so this will be the negative skewness scenario. So here, the first will be the mean, second will be the median, and last will be the mode. So this is the range of mean, median, mode, or the measure of central tendency in both skewed data, positive and negative skewed data. Okay, so this is the skewness, and what is the term kurtosis measures? Kurtosis measures the shape of the distribution, like a shape of the distribution's tail related to the normal distribution, indicating if the data is peaked or flat. Okay, so whether the data is peaked or flat, that is the concept with the kurtosis. I will explain it within a suitable diagram. Let me clear it. Okay, so if you have a particular data which is plotted like this, okay, so if you have a distribution like this, if you have a distribution like this, and there will be a chance that data will be distributed like this also, and in other cases data will be like this. Okay, so this is the positive kurtosis, positive one, first one. The next one is normal distribution, normal, and the last one is negative kurtosis. Okay, so the kurtosis means statistical measure that describe the shape of the beyond central tendency. That can be considered as kurtosis. While the kurtosis measure the tailness of the relative peakedness showing the presence of outlier. Okay, so that can be considered in case of kurtosis. So these are the main terms associated with the about descriptive analysis. So how the descriptive analysis is in influence in business context. Let me explain how it is relevant in business context. For example, in our retail data, we can analyze different months. Like I have different months are there months. Okay, what are the months? So January, February, March up to December. So we have different sales value is there. Also, we have profit value is there. Okay, so I'm just analyzing the profit only. The profit is 10,000 for the January, 12,000 for the February, and for in March, which is 8,500. Okay, so descriptive analysis is we will get the average profit, highest profit for a particular month and the lowest profit for a particular month, growth percentage, how much the growth is from January to February and how much will be from February to March. Okay, we can analyze the growth percentage and the total quantity or total quantity sales. Okay, so no predictions are dealt with here, only dealing with the summary only. Okay, summary only will be handled in the descriptive data analysis. So the usual chart description like a bar chart can be considered for data description. Line chart can be used. Okay, we can use line chart also. Then we can consider some kinds of pie chart, like a pie chart can be used and how the data is distributed. Then also histogram will be available. Some histograms like this is available. Okay, all these can be considered for plotting the insight in the descriptive phase. Okay, so okay, I think descriptive analysis is for you. If it is clear to you, please type OK here. Okay, okay. So the next one is a diagnosis level of analysis. Okay, so thank you for your reply. So the next one is diagnosis level. So what will happen in case of diagnosis level? Diagnostic, diagnostic level. Diagnostic level analysis means why did it happen? So that means identify the root cause using some kinds of drill down reports, correlation analysis, segmentation. For example, profit dropped due to low performance in the city region. Okay, or profit dropped due to the poor arrangements in offer sessions. Okay, the management failed to provide right offers for the customers. That's why the profit is declined, or that's why the profit is decreased. Okay, so we can consider different scenario, or we can identify different factors that that directly or indirectly affect the particular problem. Okay, so here the problem is decreasing profit scenario. So we can identify different reasons for why did it happen, or what are the main reasons behind this scenario. Okay, so in the diagnosis level analysis, we can analyze not only the root causes, but also uh, we can goes deeper into the data using comparisons, correlation, segmentation, drill down. Okay, so the main objective of the diagnosis level analysis is identify the performance change, understand the relationship between different variables, and detect anomalies. Okay, that is most important one. Perform root cause analysis and support corrective action. So all these can be considered for the objective of diagnosis level analysis. So the main question is for the descriptive level analysis, what happened? We use what happened. Okay, but in case of diagnosis level analysis, we usually use the term why did it happen? Why did it happen? Okay, so that is the main concept with the what descriptive level of diagnosis level analysis. So after diagnosis level, what will be the next step? Okay, so we have identified the problem, identified the uh, root cause for the problem in the second step, and the third step will be what will happen. Okay, what will happen? So what will happen means we are just provided some kinds of predictions in this stage. Okay, so for the same scenario, for the what will be the last what will be the scenario for the last 6 months? We are maintaining the same scenario. We are maintaining the same atmosphere for the next 2 3 months. So what will happen in the next 2 3 months? So for example, we are not taking any preventive actions, or we are not implementing any kinds of measures for improving the profit. Okay, then what will happen in the next 2 3 months? Okay, maybe the profit will goes to the lower level, or profit may, there is a chance that the profit may increase. Also, there are different scenarios that may occur as part of the current scenario. So so the predictive analytics is, we will deal with some kinds of predictive analytics scenario, like regression analysis, regression analysis, and machine learning concept can be used. Machine learning concept can be used. Time series based forecasting can be used. Okay, all kinds of predictive models that can be used. For example, sales are expected to tell what will happen. Sales profit may decrease to 1.5% for the next 3 months. Okay, so there will be a prediction chance based on the statistical concept, that regression, machine learning, and time series based. Okay, is it clear, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Then we have discussed about the uh, predictive level, predictive analysis. I hope you are aware about the regression analysis. Simple linear regression, multiple linear regression, all these are connected to this concept. Okay, have you aware about this regression analysis? Like y is equal to mx plus b based on line equation, regression analysis. Hope you are aware about it. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. So, predictive analysis, what will happen will be discussed here. Okay, what will happen? What will happen? So, this is okay. I will explain about the concept in linear regression later. What will happen? So, this is the predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. Okay. So, the last one is prescriptive level of analysis. Prescriptive level analysis. So the prescriptive level analysis is some recommendations. So some recommendation actions that can be considered as part of improving our as part of change decisions. Okay, or as part of change management decision, like optimization models, decision systems, AI model. For example, in upcoming April, I need to I need 3.5 percentage increase in the profit. So I will so the my demand is to increase the profit by 3.5 percentage. Okay, so that will be the prediction. So what are the different actions that can be taken to achieve that particular goal? So that will be discussed in the prescriptive level of analysis. So increase marketing spend in high conversion regions, or some decisions that can be taken as part of the current scenario. So that will be discussed in what should we do. Okay, so what should we do will be discussed here in prescriptive level analysis. Okay, so this is the four phases based on data analytics. So we will deal with okay. See, we will deal with the entire system in uh, Power BI. Like Power BI can be used from the very beginning for data collection, data pre-processing, then what predictive system. Developing a predictive system, developing a prescriptive level analysis. All these can be done with the Power BI. So the why data analysis is important is, in modern firms or in modern organization, decisions are data driven, not intuition level or intuition driven. So better decision making. Okay, instead of some kinds of guessing, Business mostly rely on key performance indicators, KPI. Okay, have you aware about the KPI? Key performance indicators. The business is always rely on KPIs and some kinds of metrics. Okay, always which is rely on not for guessing but based on KPIs and metrics. So the so data analysis is important for identifying the trend like sales growth or profit growth, profit decrease, the customer behavior, analyzing the trend from the customer by analyzing their review or marking their reviews and market demand. What will be the market demand for the next 1 year? So identify the trend. Then the next one is improve the efficiency like we can maintain, we can reduce the operation delays, resource utilization we can be done with done more effectively, and cost inefficiencies. Okay, cost management can be wonderfully handled with these kinds of data analysis. So risk management can be done. So uh, when dealing with these kinds of activities, we have discussed about Power BI is capable for doing all kinds of all these kinds of data analysis, but there are some challenges. So there is a chance for some kinds of challenges are there. So we will be discussing about the what are the challenges and how can we address these challenges uh, before moving for building a particular model. Okay. So, uh, so the challenges, what are the main challenges that will be addressed there when analyzing a particular data? So I'm dealing with some kinds of challenges and how these challenges can be addressed. Okay, so the first challenge is when we are collecting data during the collection process, there will be a chance for errors in our data. So how can we address this situation, or how can we analyze this situation, and how can we rectify this problem permanently? So that is the concept with the first one. For example, we have identified the problem, and based on that scenario, we need to identify some data set, or we need to identify experience from the real influences. Okay, so at that time we will start collecting data through different scenarios like can you identify some scenarios to collect data? How can we collect data? Simple. Feedback. Yeah. Census. Yeah, good. Next one. Interviews. Yeah, good. Social media. Yeah. Price volatility. Okay. I didn't get the term price volatility. What do you mean? Group discussion. Good. Then some other innovative idea to collect data. Observation. Yeah, good one. Any other? Any other one? Scrapping from the web. Okay. Public data set. Okay, so okay, good. So different kinds of data collection process are there for identifying a particular problem. For maybe the problem is particularly what personal in case for some kinds of problems. So at that time we need to collect the data manually, or we can scrap data from the internet. Okay, so whatever the tool we can but the ultimate aim is to collect the data. Okay, so at that time when we are collecting data, there will be a chance for different kinds of errors. Okay, first one is missing value. For example, we have some around 10 columns are there, so there will be a chance that one column will be missed. Okay, so blank data will be available there. Okay, so missing values will be there may be a chance for missing values. Okay, there may be first one is missing values. missing values, and the second one is chance for duplicates. Duplicates. Okay, so duplicates means we are duplicating the row. Okay, and there may be a chance for different row can be duplicated. Okay, so there may be a chance for duplicates. Okay, so different format. Okay, for example, I'm collecting age. Some people indicate enter their age as 21. Some will enter their age as 20. Okay, so there will be a chance for different format errors. Okay, so format errors will be there. Format. Okay, then multiple data sources will be there. Large volume of data. There will be a chance for large volume of data. So traditional looks like traditional methods like if you are dealing with huge amount of data, okay, multiple rows, around 50,000 or 1 lakh rows are there, and around 100 or 250 different columns are there. So in that cases, data sizes will be increased. Okay, so the normal data pre-processing with the Excel or Microsoft Excel or other kinds of tools, that is not efficient in case of such scenario. Okay, so also multiple tables needs to be connected together to produce different insights based on different data. So we required an interactive dashboard to present the data. So at that time, instead of Microsoft Excel, we will have one other solution is Power BI. Okay, so what is the need for Power BI? Based on this scenario, we can define the need for Power BI. Okay, this is where the Power BI become essential. So why we need Power BI is Microsoft Power BI is a business intelligence tool. Okay, mainly used for data cleaning, data modeling, visualization purpose, dashboard creation, real-time reporting. All these for the all kinds of purposes we can use this what Power BI. So it is designed for scalable enterprise level analytics. Okay, it can handle large data efficiently, and like unlike Excel, a row limit will be Power BI can compress the data and uses in-memory engine scenario. Also handles millions of rows efficiently. So that's why we can use Power BI more efficiently handle large data. Also data integration from multiple sources. We already aware about that the data can be collected from multiple sources. Okay, Power BI can connect to multiple sources like whether the data from the Excel or SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, CSV file, text file, web APIs, database file, cloud platform. All kinds of data sources or all kinds of data integration can be done from multiple sources with the Power BI. Also, the data cleaning capacity. We can use some kinds of query-based operations to data cleaning, like removing duplicates, handling null values, transforming multiple columns, pivot or unpivot tables. Have you aware about the pivot tables? Pivot table concept? Basics. Okay. Then aggregation functions. Pivot. Sorry. Pivot. 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 This one. Okay, we will deal with that one. So the advanced regression aggregation method, all this can be done with the Power BI, but the advantage is that no need for coding. No need for any kinds of coding for handling this Power BI. That is the main point. Okay, so all that can be done with the Power BI, and in some cases, we can use data modeling concept also. I will explain more about data modeling and advanced calculation using data analytics expression DAX. That means we can create another some columns, extra columns can be created based on some conditions. For example, we have profit and we have discount, and what will be the sales, and we have discount, what will be the final price. So we can calculate the final price based on the existing column. Okay. Also measures, time based functions, uh, year to year growth rate. Okay, all these can be done with the help of data analytic expressions. This is some kinds of what expressions or some kinds of script that can be prepared as based on our data set. Okay, for example, I need to we have some sales amount is there. Okay, so this is the sales. We have different sales amounts is there. I need to calculate the total. So we can create a DAX expression like a total is equal to sum function, sum of. Okay, we are dealing with the which worksheet. Okay, so I'm dealing with the worksheet sales. Okay, then in the sales, I have a column called salary. Okay, so that's why we can maintain the total sales. So similarly, we can create different columns based on the existing value. So the last one is in interactive dashboard. Have you heard about dashboard? Have you heard about dashboards? Yes. Okay. No. So this is a simple example for a dashboard. Okay. So dashboard is we are adding multiple information in a single window, like through different graphs and tables. There are, here we can see that some holdings representations is there. Okay, some card based representations are there. Bar chart is there. And then a tabular kinds of representation is there. Bar chart is there. Pie chart is there. And then different buttons are there. Okay, we can manage the entire dashboard based on these buttons. Okay, so this is something considered that can be considered as a dashboard. Okay, so similarly we can handle with the dashboard also. So uh, strong visualization capabilities. Okay, like unlike bar chart and line chart, we have different maps that can be created, and decomposition trees, AI visuals. All these can be done with Power BI. Okay, so I will explain in detail about Power BI. Uh, Let me give 2 minutes. You can download and install Power BI from here, Power BI desktop. Okay, so if you are using Windows-based systems, it will be helpful for you to install Power BI. Okay, so you can download Power BI from here. Okay, download now. The Power BI desktop will be downloaded, and you can install Power BI in your local system. Okay, so after opening this Power BI, we will get some interface like this. Okay, so this will be the first interface upon opening the Power BI session. Okay, so here we can create some blank reports based on the data. So I'm just creating a blank report. For before creating a blank report, I need some kinds of data source. Okay, so you can import data from Excel or import data from SQL Server, blank table or some other data. Okay, you can get multiple options as there. Okay, if you are uploading a file, you can choose different file format like PDF, SharePoint folder, JSON format, XML. Okay, all these can be used. Okay, for a case of database, different database will be supported. Fabric options are available. Power Platform, Azure Online Service. Okay, even from the if your data in the GitHub accounts, you can add that data from the GitHub. Okay, also some other AI sources are also supporting, and then other sources. Okay, if you are using different kinds of data format, you can also connect that data from here. Okay, so this is the first data. So I'm just starting with the Excel workbook, and I'm just loading a particular file like let me load the data. Okay, I'm just adding this data. Okay, this is just a dummy data set. Okay, just listen to my. So this is the workbook sample store.excel. So this is a workbook. For the workbook, I have different sheet is there. So the order sheet is there. So I'm just selecting this order sheet here. Okay, so here we have different options are available here. Okay, so first either we can load the data directly by clicking on here. The data will be loaded into the Power BI interface. Okay, so transform data is option is available here. What is the need for transform data is if you want to conduct any types of data pre-processing, okay, before loading the data into the Power BI interface, if you want to filter out the data or if you want to pre-process the data efficiently, we can use this technique like what um, uh, transform data option is there. Just to click on this transform data, so we will get a window like this. Okay, so this is the data. So we can see that our data set has different columns like starting from row ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, product ID, category, subcategory, product name, sales, quantity, discount, profit. Okay, these are the different columns available with our data set. Okay, for all this data, we have around multiple columns, around 400 rows are available there. And okay, so this is the basic structure of the data. And if you want to remove any particular column, for example, I'm just starting with the remove column. So I don't want the column, uh, which column? Row ID, okay, or sorry, row ID, order ID. Okay, order ID is different for different orders. Okay, it's a unique value. If you want to remove this order ID from the model, okay, you can click on select this order ID and click on this remove column. Okay, order ID will be removed. Okay, clear. Once we have completed any action, okay, it will be available here. If you want to undo these actions, you can click on this cross button. Okay, then the previous action will be reverted. Okay, so you can use this option applied steps. Okay, whatever the steps you have applied as part of this pre-processing, it will be available here. Okay, if you want to remove, if you want to get back to previous stage, just remove this value, remove this column. Okay, so then, so this is the first one, remove column. Okay, so for here we can see that around 20 or 25 columns are available for a particular analysis. Okay, so for the analysis purpose, if you want to filter out the data, okay, if you want to filter out the data more precisely, for example, you don't want the full columns like 15 or 20 columns, you don't want it. You want only the major columns like sales, profit. Okay, so if you want to filter out the data, then you can use this choose column options here. Choose column option. Okay, choose column. Okay, so here all the columns are selected. I'm just deselect it and I just add ship mode, ship date, state, category, then subcategory. Okay, then sales and profit. I'm just selecting sales and profit. Okay, click on OK. So data will be changed. Okay, the dimension of the data changed. Here it is available. Only the selected columns only is available. Okay, so ship date, ship mode, state, category, subcategory, sales, and profit. These are the only columns available with our model currently. Not the model, only the input data. Okay, so here we can see that applied step. First, I removed the column, and second, I removed another other columns. Okay, so this one is the two option. Okay, if you want to keep rows or if you want to remove rows, you can choose this option. Okay, keep rows means keep top rows only or keep bottom rows only. Okay, or keep, if you want to keep the duplicate, keep duplicates. Hmm? Keep range of rows, keep bottom rows. All these are what keep rows method. Okay, then remove rows. Okay, if you want to remove any rows, remove top rows. I'm just removing the top rows. Okay, if you want to remove how many number of rows, I'm just removing 3 number of rows. Okay, so the 3 number of rows will be removed. Okay, bottom rows, bottom 5 rows, I just want to delete 5 rows. Okay, bottom 5 rows will be removed. Okay, alternate rows, remove duplicates. Okay, here we can select different duplicate rows. We have different duplicates are available. We can use this duplicate also. Remove blank rows. Okay, any blank rows are available. Okay, any remove errors. Any errors are there, we can remove it from here. Okay, so these are keep rows and keep remove rows. Okay, so if you want to undo these options, I'm just undoing it. Click on here. Okay, so data will be reverted to the previous stage, right? Okay, up to this point is clear. Yes. What about others? Numerical and graphical representation of data for ease of understanding. Dashboard. Yeah, dashboard mainly used for analyzing the data. Okay, in more interactive way. That is the most important point. Interactive. Then, okay, okay. If you are feeling comfortable with these classes, you can fill the feedback form here. Okay. So kindly take 1 minute to fill the feedback form. Once you have done it, please type done. Okay, I will continue. Done? Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so if you want to sort the data based on a particular column, okay, you can you can choose this option. Like, for example, we have different quantities there. Okay, we have sales amount is there. Okay, you can select this one. Just click on the here, and you can sort it down. Okay, click here. Okay, sort from the ascending or from the descending. Okay, you can choose this option from here. Okay, so if you have any empty numbers, empty values are remove empty option is there. Okay, for example, you have no value in this particular column or there is no value in this particular column, you can choose this option like remove empty. Okay, so remove empty option is there. So also we can see that for a particular column, I'm just selecting this particular column, ship mode. Okay, so for this ship mode option, we have different ship mode options like first class, same day, second class, and standard class there. Okay, currently we have selected all this data. Okay, we can apply some kinds of filtering operation is there. I don't want these all data. I just need first class, second, same class, and standard class only. Okay, so based on this particular scenario, we can filter out entire data. Okay, so all this data which contain only ship mode will have first class, same day or second class shipment option. Okay, will be available with here. So we can apply a filter option is there. Okay, so also we can apply some kinds of text filters. Okay, for example, all the items which start with the letter A or does not equal to എന്താണ് does not equal to a particular value like first. Okay, so we can choose some kinds of advanced text-based filtering option is there. Okay, you can here you can apply here. If you want to remove this filter, you can click on this clear filter option. Okay, you can filter out this one. Okay, then so I'm just asking about so we have some options like A to Z and Z to A sort options are there. Okay, this is A to Z, Z to A. So we can what we can filter out the data. So we can sort the data based on alphabetic order. Okay. Also, we can split the data based on some condition. For example, we have an called a customer name option is there. So I can split this column into first name and last name. Like select this one. Okay. Now I have selected this customer name column, and we have split column option is there. Okay, we can split by delimiter or we can split number of characters. I just need by number of characters, first 5 character, first 6 character or similar learn. Okay, by based on delimiter, okay, space will be the delimiter or we can add comma, equal sign, semicolon. Okay, I'm just adding space. Okay, space can be counted from left to right or right to left. Okay, so from starting from left, okay, leftmost delimiter is selected. Okay, then click on OK. So we can see that the name is split into customer name 1 and customer name 2. Okay, Jonathan Howell is the customer name. So now I have splitted this one into Jonathan and Howell, and I can double click here and I'm changing it to name first name, and this will be the last name. Okay, first name and last name. Okay, we can split that column into this one. So I'm just undoing that one. Okay, renamed split column by delimiter. Okay, then So the customer ID, customer name is available here. You can see Janathan Howell is the customer name. Okay, we can also split the column based on number of characters. Okay, I just need first two characters are the uh, once the far left left as the possible. Click on OK. We can see that. Where is it? Customer name. Split the column by position. Yeah, different columns are created here. Okay, so the first two letters or last two letters, something like. Okay, so I'm just undoing this one. Okay, so if we have customer ID is there, we have also product name is there. If you want to create a product ID based on the first two letters of the data, so you can use this option like a split column based on what? Okay, so left lowercase to uppercase option is there, uppercase to lowercase option is there. By encountering a non-digit number or a non-digit to digit, all these options are available here for splitting a particular column. Okay. Hmm. Then uh, some other options are also available here, like uh, yeah, if you want to create manage parameters, new parameters, or if you want to create a new parameter, okay. So I'm just adding a new parameter here. Parameter name is parameter one. Okay. So the current value is 5. Okay, click on OK. We can create a parameter, name is value is 5. Okay, based on this parameter, we can of the data. Okay, so that is the concept with the parameter. We will explain these cases in detail when handling a particular data. Also, I'm planning to conduct a case study based on a particular data set by tomorrow. So you can join this. You join with me. So the one thing you have to make sure about is that you have to keep a laptop and it should be properly installed with Power BI. So you can directly access Power BI along with my session. So it will be helpful for you to because practical gain is very important for these kinds of courses. So you have to be available tomorrow with a good laptop and please try to install Power BI already. Okay, so Power BI is necessary for handling data, so please keep it. Okay, so we are dealing with the what null values. Okay, so we have some other options like how to deal with the uh, nulls in pre-processing. Okay, so how the missing values can be treated. Okay, so in this case, we can consider this missing value and we can fill the missing value. Okay, so the first one is we can replace the null value with a we can replace null value with some kinds of default value. Okay, default value. Or we can remove the row or column that exists the null. Okay, if we have multiple rows that are affected with the null value, we can simply remove that one, or we can fill up. Okay, we can, if for example we have age and I am collected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 31, 21, 28, 15. Okay, so these are the age values and we can clearly see that we have a missing value. So directly we can fill the missing value with the average of this value. Okay, so average of this value we can fill the data or we can choose median option, median, or mode option is also we can choose. Okay, mode option can be used. Okay, so that is the case with the null value. So also we have discussed about the duplicate removing, remove duplicates, change data type, which is very important. Okay, change data type. For example, uh, mm, shift date. Okay, the property of this. So if it is a string data, we can change the data type from here. Okay, change type option is there. Currently we have it is in date format. For example, if it is in all number format. Okay, if it is in all number format or some other format, we can convert these into what dot the filter ship date and right click here. Right, when upon right clicking we have some options like change type. Okay, we can convert it into date format. Okay, uh, replace values. Okay, to find out some values and we can replace that value with a desired value. For example, here I'm just right clicking here. Currently it is in text format. Okay, so replace values is option is there. I just want to change FIRS first space class. Okay, replace with the first class. Okay, I'm just replacing this with the first class. Click on OK. So we can see that first class is changed with the first class. Okay, so different options are there, but the first class is changed. Hmm? So this is the one kind of what data type change type. Okay, and then so we have discussed about the filter session. Okay, we can see that here also we have one filter. Okay, date filter options and all the options. Okay, just I think it's wonderful representation. I think most of the activities or most of the filtering options along with the date format is available here. Mm, what was replace value, then what is sorry, date filter. Okay, so if the date is equals a particular date before today's date, after today's date, between a particular date, between a date 1 and date 2, then in the next date, in the previous date, earliest, at least. So years also, here also we can manage. Okay, this year, next year, last year. Okay, quarter, month, week, day, hour, minute, second, and custom filter also is available here. Okay, so this is the option with the filtering option. Okay, you can choose this filtering options there from here, and then uh, what will happen if we select okay, so right click here. We have some other options are available there, like a transform option. Date can be transformed to year. Okay, quarters, month, week, day, and text transforms are also available there. Okay, so these are some kinds of pre-processing technique available there. So we can split the columns. Okay, we can merge different columns together. Okay, mm, then a group by option is available here. Here, a group by option is available here. Okay, so we can specify the column to group by the desired output. Based on ship mode, we can group the data, count of rows. Okay, so clearly we can group the data. Then filtering we have also discussed. Creating new column, manage options. we can create new columns. Okay, then group by. Group by option is aggregate function, aggregate operation. So similar to SQL. Okay, SQL, I think you all are familiar with the SQL. So SQL, we have some kinds of grouping options are available there. Okay, so pivot and unpivot method. Okay, let me check with any pivot option is available here. Okay, I'm just discussing here only. This is the home tab is available with all these kinds of facility. So we have also uh, okay, we have some other tabs are available there. Transform, add column, new column option. So add column. We can custom new columns based on the existing columns. Okay. So let me check with how pivot columns can be created. Uh, pivot column. We have some options like a pivot column option is available there. So pivot column. Value column is sales. Click on OK. The pivot column ID. So the pivoting option is available here. Okay, you can see that based on pivoting, first class, second class, third class, same class, different options are there. So pivoting is not necessary right now. Okay, so we can fill the data up or down. We can fill the data. Uh, so by click on this control, I'm just selecting this word ship mode. Along with the ship mode, I'm just selecting segment, city, then sales. Okay, click on this. Okay, if you are clicking on this merge column, we'll merge it. Okay, I'm just selecting, click on this ship mode and the ship date, merge column. Okay, separator is uh, equal sign. Okay, let me check it whether it is merged or not. Yeah, we have merged. So date and the ship mode and the ship date. Okay, which is merged. Now it's a new column and the separation is equal sign. Okay, we can merge two different columns together to form a new column. Okay, so the merge option is available there, and in transform, I'm just deselect it. Okay, so another option is associated with the statistics. Okay, for example, I'm just selecting a a numerical value from here, sales column. Okay, go to statistics. You will get the sum of the sales. Okay, this is the sum of the sale. Then click on okay, sum of the column. Okay, so minimum value, maximum value, median, average, standard deviation. What will be the standard deviation? 113.01 is the standard deviation of the particular column. Okay, so I'm just if I'm selecting sales column, will be the standard deviation. The standard deviation is 653.12. This is the uh, standard deviation of the particular column. Okay, so along with the standard deviation, different options are available there. Go to transform, go to statistics. All these options are available there. Okay, standard and scientific operations are that's be done with this option. Okay, so along with the uh, data, so we can have date option. Okay, year, month, quarter, week, day, and similar options are available there. So if you want to add a particular column, okay, along with the existing data, then if you need to add a particular column, you can create particular column from here. Okay, so based on condition column. Okay, so the column name is what? Sales status. Okay, if the sales greater than 5,000. Okay, what is the value for sales? Uh, Sales. Okay, it's a two-digit number. So there will be 5,000 also can be considered. Add column, conditional column. I'm just selecting naming a column. Okay, so sales status. Okay, so if the column name is sales is greater than 5,000, then output is high sale, high sales. Okay, then else normal. Okay, let me check whether we can create a sales status column here. So here we have a new column sales status based on the existing sales value. So all these are high scale. Okay, so these are the normal one. So okay, all these are normal because the value is less than 5,000. So if the value is greater than 5,000, it will be considered as the high sales. Okay, so this is the one case conditional column. Okay, so I can also create conditional column for what profit, custom profit. Okay, so then we can add the clause here, select the column name, select the value, and then what will be the output. Otherwise, what will be the output? You can mention it. So you can update the column, create a new column based on the existing data. Okay. So also we have format. If you want to format this uh, what product name into uh, capital letters. Okay. Now the product name is in capital letter. Okay. Or in uh, capitalize each word. Capitalize each word option is available there. Okay, all these options are comes under what add column option. So we can add data based on condition. So view option is there. Then tools option. Okay. Then okay, so after completing the pre-process scenario, okay, if you have completed all the kinds of pre-processing technique in your data, you can load the data. Okay, you can load the data into Power BI interface. Okay, let me introduce Power BI interface and I will give you a short scenario, short description about what is Power BI and how Power BI interface looks like. Okay, so after completing all these activities, go to Home tab. We can see that close and apply. Okay, we can apply all the operations that can be done as part of the pre-processing. You can save it and you can close this window. Just click on this close and apply option. So the close and apply option is available there. So data will be loaded based on after pre-process the data will be loaded. Okay, now the data is available here. Okay, you can see different columns and different options are available there. And I will give you a short introduction about what is the data type and how this data type look like. Okay, so whenever we are dealing with the data, we can classify the data into different types. Okay, So have you heard about these terms like a nominal, ordinal type of data, interval type of data, ratio type of data? Okay, so different types of data is available there. Okay, so here we can see that data is associated with the different types. Okay, category is some kinds of nominal data. Okay, city is what? City is can be considered as a geographic data, but currently it is in the state. Okay, so let me check whether what is the type for this data. City. Okay, if it is uh, city is I think geographical data, country also geographical data, then customer name. Okay, so all these are names, and we can see a summation symbol is there. Also a calendar symbol. Okay, is there. Calendar symbol indicate that the data field is date. Okay, date field data is there, so that's why they are using calendar representation for the date value. Summation representation is always for the numerical data. Okay, numerical data can be analyzed with this summation process. Okay, then comes to okay, then all other columns are similar, so we can use this data. So if you want to add any other data source, okay, any other data source, you can simply click on this get data option, Excel workbook or CSV workbook. I'm just adding this another data says country code. Okay, so you can add this country code also. I'm just loading the data directly. You can see that this is the order data and this is the new data that I have uploaded. Okay, so up to this point, is it clear? Okay, what about others? Can you please reply? Yeah, got any kinds of information? Is it beneficial to you? Yes, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so I just want to give you an idea about one more thing. And one like yeah, okay, okay. I'm just clearing this. Okay, so if you are dealing with the data, multiple data sources, I have dealt with multiple data sources, so there will be a chance that multiple data sources can be connected together. Okay, so for example, I have a data set like this, and which has some kinds of columns like ID. Okay, this is for student data. Student has ID, which has a particular department, and sorry, department ID. And then also they have CGPA. CGPA option is there. Okay, another table, another data set is there. Okay, which is also another data set, which is the name of data set is department, and the department has department ID. Okay, department name, and the department head. Okay, so different department will be there, and different department have different head is there. Okay, so here we can see that two columns. Okay, two tables that will share the same column. Like department ID is common in here. Here also department ID is there. Okay, so in this scenario, we can consider, we can join this data. Okay, we can merge queries, or we can uh, join data in Power BI. Okay, so Power BI will support SQL like a join operation using merge queries. Okay, so here we can see that in the home tab we have merge queries option is there. Quick measure, insert, modeling. Okay, so anyway, I will give you a short idea about what is how we can merge data. So data can be merged based on different scenario. Okay, so the first thing is mm, how we can. Let me give a simple example. So this is the order ID. I have a data set with the order ID, customer ID, then sales. Okay, so I just have some data like order ID 101 and 102, and the customer ID is 1 comma 2, then sales is 100 comma 150. Okay, this is a sale. Okay, so this is the first table orders. Okay, this is the first table orders. Also, I have another table like customers customers column is there. Okay, we have another table like this. So each customers columns have customer ID. Okay, then name, customer name. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 customers are there. A, B, and CC are the customer name. Okay, so we can combine these together. First of all is inner join. Okay, so inner join means matching returns queries only. Okay, or matching or returns matching rows only. For example, 101 order ID, customer ID is 1, sales is 100. Also, customer ID 1 is available there, name is there. Okay, we can combine this one as 101, 100 is the sales value, and the name is A. Okay, we can combine these together. Okay, 102 is there also there. 102 customer ID is 2, so the value is 150 sales. Okay, also this customer ID 2 is available, this column only also is available there. Okay, so I'm just adding B. Okay, so similarly we can create inner join. So this is the concept of inner join operation can be done with the Power BI. Okay, so also similarly different join operations are available there. Left join. Left join means returns all rows from the left table plus matching row from the right table. Okay, so that is the concept there. I'm not describing with any other equations because uh, we need to discuss more. So matching all the rows from the all rows from the left table. Left table completely we will select, and along with the matching from the right table, matching with the right. So this is the left join concept. Similarly, we have right join concept also there. Right join means we were selecting the returns all row from the right table. Okay, or customer table. Customer table is the right table. This matching from the matching values from the orders table. Okay, so similarly we can consider right join. Left join can be considered like this. Left join. Okay, left join, then matching. Right join means okay. This one is, I think, some kinds of union operation. I think you all are familiar with the union operations. Okay, so the practical business example means important. Uh, that means sales table, customer table, product table, അങ്ങനെ different tables that can be used for these kinds of joining operation. Okay, so this is the core concept with the join operation. So it can be done like this, and then okay, so this is the interface for the Power BI, and these all are the things that should be done as part of pre-processing. So before completing the after completing the pre-processing, we will get an interface like this. So this is the area that we can be used to build the dashboard. So all these area can be utilized for building dashboard. Okay, so for building dashboard, we have different visualization options are available there. Bar chart, then bar chart of different types, line chart of different types, also some other types like donut chart, pie chart, scatter chart, and different chart options are available there. We have multiple map options is available there. Card options. Okay, for example, I'm just selecting card option. I think we have seen this. So this is the total profit value. Okay, so card options is available there. We will check detail about these card option. Okay, so key influences, decomposition tree, all these options are available there. So tomorrow we will discuss with a real case study, and as part of the case study, I would like to prepare an interactive dashboard, and using that dashboard, we can clearly define the exact problem and how the problem is analyzed, and what are the preventive measures that can be taken, or what are the decisions that can be taken as part of this data analysis process, and how these can be implemented in our data. So that will be discussed in the next session, next day. So as part of the today's session, you can ask some doubts, or whatever the doubts regarding this session, you can ask it now. I would like to clear it from my extent. Okay, so you can ask your doubts. If you don't have any doubts, or if you are comfortable, if you are feeling comfortable with my session, you can type like satisfied. Okay, otherwise you can type your queries there. Okay, I would like to let me try to answer it. Okay, you can ask your doubts. Satisfied, thank you. Good session, sir. Can we get the recording of this session? So recording is definitely available in LMS. So after tomorrow sessions, recording will be available there. You can check it with your LMS access. Okay. Any other queries? Yeah, good one. And try to explore more. Okay, there are different tools rather than Power BI. We have Tableau. Different sessions are available. Even in ipsr, you can choose for different options. Data visualization is not limited to a single tool. Okay, so visualization or data analysis can be done with Python programming, Tableau, R programming, Excel-based analysis, Excel-based statistical analysis. All these are available there. You can check it in the www.ipsr.org. So there you can select courses. So let me show you ipsr.org. So under the course tab, you can select for data science and AI. Professional data analytics are there. So you can check it now. So we have added a detailed syllabus there. Okay, data, how we can add some skills to your profile. Okay, you can check it there, and like how data analysis can be done with SQL, even in Power BI, Tableau, Excel-based analysis, descriptive statistical analysis, then relationship analysis using statistics. All will be discussed in detail for the particular professional data analysis technique and tools. Okay, so after completing this particular course, you will get some skills for the industry need, like you will be expert in data analysis with Python. then Power BI, Tableau, Excel, descriptive or statistical based analysis. You will have definitely will be get around 6 or 7 skills as part of the particular course. Okay, so you can check it there in our website for more details. Any other queries?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So is there any forms or something integrated with Power BI to collect the data? We can collect data through Google Forms and we can transform it to Excel sheet. Is there any option like that?
Currently, we don't have any option for creating forms. I think you are asking about forms, right? Hello?
Yes, sir, about forms for collecting
Yeah.
data.
No,
Is
no,
there
no. Currently, we don't have any options to create form in Power BI. You have to separately create a form and you can collect data. Okay. Once you have collected data, if you have collected data, you can download that form in either in CSV or Excel format. Once the data is available in your Excel format, you can directly upload to Power BI. It's a simple format, but we can't create any forms in Power BI. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. You can simply create a Google form based on your questionnaire. You can prepare a questionnaire for a particular scenario, and if the time permits, I will give you a scenario and you can collect questions. All these process will be covered as part of our courses because in our courses we are dealing with the different case studies. Okay, so different case studies are available there, supply chain analysis, sales dashboard analysis. So based on these case studies, we will assign some students to collect data based on a particular scenario, and they will collect the data through Google Form interview or whatever the process. They will collect the data around 200 or 300 data is the available is there. After collecting data, we will have some analysis based on the collected data. So this is a usual process. That will happen as part of our curriculum. Okay. So you can follow that one also. Any other questions? So tomorrow I'm planning for a case study and I will share the data set once the session will start. So you can choose that data set also. Try to work along with me. Okay. So at the end of the session, I'm just focusing on creating an interactive dashboard. So after as part of creating dashboard, we will be get familiarized with the different tools like filters, slices, and uh, interactive filters, tree map, or different kinds of representation will be familiarized as part of the uh, uh, process. So try to uh, cope with me. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, we can wind up. Hope you have collected some kinds of information from my session. I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the candidates. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. If you have no more questions, then we will end the session for today. For tomorrow, we will have the session.
Thank you, Priya.
Yeah, thank you very much, Faisal. We will now close for today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.